So I've told you guys about how when I first recovered, I graduated college like 3 months after entering full recovery. And um, once I graduated, I took some time off from being a student, from being responsible for things, because I realized that I needed time to adjust to life without an eating disorder. Because even though it's amazing to get rid of it and move past your addiction, it's a really, really different way of operating. And figuring that out is quite interesting, really. Addictions are our way of, coping with our life or numbing ourselves from things that we, for whatever reason, can't handle. And when you are able to finally decide that you don't want to cope with them in that way, all of those things will come up. And obviously some of them you have to deal with before you even are able to let go of whatever substance it is that you're using or behavior. But there will still be more left over for when you're in the clear, or when you're going strong. Basically, along with going through any kind of physical detox that you're going to go through, there's also going to be emotional/mental detox, because all of the things that you were numbing yourself from, all the emotions and experiences that you didn't allow yourself to process while you had your addiction, are now going to come up and be quite apparent, and you are going to have to deal with them. Be aware of that when you enter recovery. It feels really good to know that you're flushing out all this crap from your past and letting it go. But for me, the way that looked was basically realizing a lot of shit that I was angry about that I had never actually let myself feel angry about, from just life in general, not like specific like childhood events or anything, but just like life, just any kind of anger that I'd ever had. I just never felt like that was an okay thing to express, so I never did. And so it all came out at once. Also, oh shoot, my battery's dying. 1 second. Also, what it meant for me was a whole lot of emotion that I couldn't even categorize. There's just so much that will just, I'd be sitting in bed in the evening, and there'd just be this like crazy, overwhelming feeling of, I don't want to describe it as emptiness, because emptiness makes it sound like depression, and it's completely different from the depression that I experienced when I was sick. It's like an active sadness, as opposed to feeling numbed out or like depressed. There were nights when I just had to sit there and like just let it all bubble up and out of me, and then other times when I could write or draw or do something. And sometimes when it was so overwhelming that all I could do was just sit there, or if I needed to like kind of zone out a bit and like not feel it so intensely because there was just too much at once, then I'd like zone out on scrolling through like the internet, which at some point becomes not healthy. But there's sometimes when you just need to like tone it down a bit. And at moments it felt pathetic, but then at moments I was like, wait a second, I overcame my eating disorder this year. I can do whatever the fuck I want.